Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nearly Midnight Movie Chat. Tonight we're going to be talking about Bob Chapek, his takeover of Disney. Good, bad, or potentially destructive. And of course, my thoughts on Army of the Dead and whatever else we want to talk about during the show. So let's go. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? It's late, nearly midnight Pacific Standard Time. If you're not in this time zone, then it's clearly after midnight, but I'm not naming my show that, so you can F off as far as I care. Anyway, no, I wanted to kind of start off tonight by talking about some things, i.e. consolidation. I'm doing some consolidating with the channel going forward and things I think is going to be interesting to do. Never mind the car. It's been warm in Washington, so I have to have the window open. If not, it gets real muggy in here. Let me try to lower the microphone volume down a little bit so it's not as bad. So anyway, one of the things that I've been heavily thinking about over the course of the past month, ever since I hurt my back, was how do I want to approach things going forward? Well, I watched a lot of YouTube while I was down, and and this is going to sound, kind of interesting. One of the people that caught my eye, believe it or not, was Roxy Stryer, whatever her name is. And I watched a fair amount of Roxy. And it's not to say that I find her to be that interesting. I don't think so. But what I like is I like her hustle. So I thought to myself, you know what, man, while I'm trying to figure all this out, why don't I just do a short 45-minute show, right? Well, we'll just talk. We'll do call-ins maybe one night a week when I have more time, because lately I haven't been getting that much sleep. A lot of it is because I've been working late and then I have to be up early with the kids. So sleep is something I have to very much work on. So I thought, okay, we'll keep it short, 45 minutes. We'll talk. I'll have a good time on that one. So that's going to be where we cover a lot of the daily stories and a lot of what's going on. All right. I know I keep saying I'm not going to cover the news. I'm just not going to do individual videos. Just this. That's it. That way you guys can come on in, join in on the conversation. We can chit chat with each other, get into what's going on, get out. Everyone has a good time. I think that's a good thing for right now. Now, there's going to be times where it definitely goes longer, and that is going to be great, but I can't do 3-hour streams. 2 hours in the weekdays are very difficult. It is a weekend. I have to get up early tomorrow. So that's what's going on. And so as a result of that, one thing I'm going to be doing also is moving Patio commentary back over to this channel. Because I've realized additionally that I have a lot of side channels. Running the side channels, very frustrating. And I get a lot of stuff gets overwhelming, and that's kind of my problem. Patio commentary's taken a bit of a back seat over the course of this last month. I want to work on Army of the Dead. That's what I was going to work on today. I spent a lot of time researching it, and then I had to go to get new x-rays at the orthopedic clinic, and that just ate my entire night, as well as then having to go out and drive. So there we have it on that one. Anyway, so there we go on that. That's kind of what's going on, but let me take a quick chat here, see what's going on. We've got Midnight Fox in the chat. So what's going on, man? How you doing? It says, hello. Worldwide Web Wizard says, I fucking love that show. I don't know what he's referring to, but hey, it's cool. Music Man asks, how was my day? It was interesting. I went out tonight, did my driving. It was a decent, actually, evening, to be fair. A lot of good tippers tonight. It's Friday, so that's kind of how it goes. Brian, Master of None, how you doing, buddy? Hope everything is well. Seeing you watched episode 3, The Bad Bad, was pretty solid. Yeah, it was the darkest episode yet. I did watch it last night, and then I was just tired and I went to bed. So I saw Army of the Dead. I watched Bad Batch. I was exhausted. I went to bed. I'm not as young as I used to be. Anyway, Slug here asks the question, how's it going? Same as the other. Pretty good. Then follows up by saying here, what happens if China actually bans Shang-Chi and the Eternals? Look, they're not going to ban Shang-Chi and the Eternals. I guarantee you, if anything. Now, the Chloe Zhao comments, I think it was about Hong Kong, right? That's what I thought I read. A lot of that is something that Disney's already well aware of. And they're already working their magic with the Chinese government. Feige, those guys, they know what they're doing. But that again could actually be a bit of a problem considering what's going on with the restructuring and the reorganization at Disney under Chapek And that kerfuffle that's going on, and we'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute, but I mean, who knows? At this point in time, like, is this new organization, are they going to be preferring, like, let's say, the theme park element, where they can integrate the IPs, which is what Chapek is known for and why a lot of people, like, outright hate him? And I think there's going to be a lot of pushback from Disney fans to Chapek. Iger was kind of universally lauded, let's be fair. Yeah, he had some dust-ups, like with his memoir talking about Lucas. By the way, happy birthday, George Lucas. I know I'm a little bit late, but it's still not midnight yet on the West Coast. So, And so, I mean, you got all that stuff, right, with Iger. But then the question then becomes, will they actually, like, you know, like, will Chapek screw this whole thing up? We'll be talking about that one. All right, Midnight Fox here says, I miss Boulder Talk Radio. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. I miss it too. I'm trying to find a way to work it in. I can't do every night, obviously, but I do miss it. And I have to figure out a way to kind of integrate it back. I have to consolidate so much stuff because I was kind of pulling myself in like a multitude of directions that I couldn't sustain. Every time I think I can do it for a little bit, but then it starts to kind of crumble. I'm only human. I have a lot of interests. I've had to put things down that I'm really passionate about because they're not valid. I'm not able to do them right now. Everything's about time. Anyway, here, Andrew, what's going on, Andrew? Says, guys, someone who's a hater just said Warner Brothers should put me in jail for spamming their posts and harassing their employees. Okay. Why exactly were you spamming their post? What were you on there spamming Restore the Snyderverse, Andrew? You got to stop that, dude. You got to stop it. Right? Like, you got to give it a rest for right now. You got to give it a rest. Music Man asks, will you put Patio videos you put on here over in Patio commentary? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. All the episodes that were previously on the other channel I have re-uploaded them to this channel. I just haven't made them public. I got to go in and do all the analytical stuff. And even Stranger Days is being pulled off of the other channel, and I'm making a new channel for that, which I know sounds counterproductive considering what I just said, but I have other reasons for doing that that are, again, more tied to just that consolidation and everything else. Mostly has a lot to do with the fact that the type of content on Stranger Days speaks to a very wide audience of people. And right now, it's very difficult to reach them with the way that channel is set up. So starting over is probably for the best. But over here, Patio commentary will reach the audience of which it's intended to. So there's that. All right. 187, what's up, man? How you doing? Brian here, Master of None, says, I've been sick for the past few days, but I was back to work today. Just want to relax in the soothing sound of your voice. Well, thank you. If you want, you can Patreon me and I will record you a long-winded lullaby to nod you off to sleep. You know what's funny about that too is Nicotina, Andre, has told me multiple times that my voice, he listens to me to fall asleep, right? He listens to me to fall asleep. I think I'm pretty goddamn fucking funny. I think I'm pretty funny. He's like, no, I listen to you to go to sleep. And I'm like, why would you tell me that? He's like, yeah, it's not, you know, it's not a bad thing, right? It's like, I don't mean it's a bad thing. Anyway, let's see here. Music Man says, I kind of liked Iger. Don't know about the new guy. Yeah, if Brian pops in tonight, I might toss him a link. He could DM me on Twitter, and I could toss him a link and have him just talk about Chapek, because he covers parks, so he knows Chapek, and I think he could have a bit of insight, not like just as a few minutes to kind of give us a bit of intel into this whole thing. All right, let's see here. 187 says regular people don't know who Bob is. No, but Disney Files know who he is. And the Disney Files, they talk and they are vocal. All right. Do you live in Southern California? I lived in Southern California. They're everywhere. I could only imagine how bad Orlando is. I could only imagine how bad Orlando is to go and to like say something unkind about Disney in the streets of Orlando, you might get got because they cray. Let's see here. Midman says, honestly, I'm in the same boat. So many interests, so little time. I know, man. It's like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, all right, like my kids are watching their cartoons. I could be on my phone, and then I'm just like still trying to wake up, and I just can't get anything done. But yeah, I'm more active at night, but I have to start thinking about sleep, because I'm talking like 4 hours a night, and then I nap in the afternoon, and it's just like it throws off my schedule. Andrew says, no, Jarbo, but he's threatening to put me in jail. It scared the fuck out of me. Dude, some guy on Twitter or whatever threatens you with jail time. That's not how any of that works, right? That's not how any of that works on, like, would it be Twitter jail? Maybe. But it's not like this dude's going to phone up the Popo, and the Popo's going to come pounding on your door at 4 in the morning and go, Andrew, stop spamming Tobey Maguire on non-Tobey Maguire related posts. They're not going to care, dude. They're not going to care. Like, there's no reason to get afraid, to get scared of like Twitter, shit posting on Twitter. The most that's going to happen, like the worst, that your account gets suspended. Whoop de F and do, you start a new one, right? Like, you're fine. You're totally good, dude. Like, you're totally fine. Now, this guy also apparently says that Snyder cultists spamming employees and their family members online, and their family members. Most of those people, they're really, really, really good at like not linking to their family. I'm just going to put that out there, buddy. They're really good at not linking to their family. So unless someone finds their personal Facebook page and it's not locked down, which I guarantee you it probably is, no one's tracking down their family. I mean, not to say it couldn't happen. There are ways, by the way. There are ways, and there are websites that are very easily accessible. But at the same time, it's like, come on. I don't think so. Anyway, he goes on to say here, he says, they have threatened critics in the past with giving trash reviews to BVS, Man of Steel, which are garbage in itself. The matter keeps on escalating. Who are these people? Who are these people? I'm very curious to know about who is the Illuminati of anti-Snyder people that are telling you you're going to go to jail and who are threatening critics. I don't know. Are you talking about pro-Snyder or anti-Snyder people here? Because, I mean, this one sounds like it's pro-Snyder people. They've threatened critics in the past for giving trash reviews. I mean, like, who is he? Anyway, you say here that I think Zack betrayed us. I think Zack used us. Yes. And I stand by my statement on that. That's not, I saw Army of the Dead last night. I paid money to go and see it. I like the movie quite a bit. I'm going to watch it when it drops on Netflix next week again, because I have questions and there's things I want to watch again to make sure I saw them the right way. But I'm also not too worried about it in regards to, like, my thoughts about Zack and the Snyder Cut, man. That's different from Army of the Dead, because he's in a place now that he's not going to need to use it that way, and I toned it down on that one. Anyway, Music Man here asks, Matt, that lady you talked to about how she came up with the Matrix, is she legit or is she crazy? Oh, dude, she's crazy, man. I might have accidentally deleted that interview. I really might have accidentally deleted that interview. Let me see if it's in my file. If I did, I'm going to be so pissed. I got all the info I needed, but like there was a couple nuggets that I really wanted to like pull from. Yeah, damn it. I did. I'm an idiot. That's okay. No, wait, wrong file folder. Let me see here. Did I might have. Again, I might have. Yeah, I think I did accidentally. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's my bad. Oh, well, I got what I needed out of it. Wait. No, that's not it. Wait. No, it would have been like a 2-hour conversation. Damn it. Yeah, I axed it accidentally. Oh, well. No, but I still have all the legal documentation she sent me, and I did send that to my lawyer friend, and I asked my lawyer friend to read it. And he was like, well, wait, like, it takes time to read these legal briefs. Like, what is it you want? I'm like, I don't want you to like go through it with a fine tooth comb. I want you just to look at it and go like, is this real or is it BS? And he called me up like a couple of days later and he's all like, that shit was crazy, dude. Like that shit was crazy. Okay. Anyway, back to Andrew here. This saga is fascinating. I want to know more. He told me Snyder fans are anchor and only small minority is dissent. What does that mean? Are you saying that Snyder fans are angry and only a small minority is dissent? I don't know what that means, Andrew. Like, you're not making any sense, buddy. Like, I need to know now. I need to know what this is. You know what? Screw it, man. DM me on Twitter. I'm going to give you an invite. I want you to come in and explain this to me. I want you to come in and explain this situation. I think you've DM'd me before. Let me take a look here. Might have been a while. Let's see. Andrew. And no. Okay. Yeah. DM me again. And I'll send you the link, man. Because like, I want to hear what you're saying because I don't think you're making a lot of sense. Oh, here you are. Okay, hold on. There you go. I found a DM you sent me. There we go. All right, I sent you a link. I want to hear about whatever is happening with this person who is threatening you with jail time over posting on this. I'm assuming Restore the Snyderverse. Now we're into some weird shit. Now we're into something here. My channel says, yes, it's getting good. It very much is. He was saying this cancer. Okay. Rockets, that kind of makes sense, man. That kind of makes sense. I get that. Kenneth here, $5. Thank you so much, sir. Says, hi, how's it going? Hope you and your family have been doing well. Yeah, we've been good, man. My youngest daughter turns 2 in a little over 2 months. And my eldest daughter turns 3.5 in just a couple weeks. And that's wild to think about, man. That is wild. Think about that. All right. Money Mike asks the question, what was the name of the lady about the Matrix movie? Her name is Sophia Stewart. And she claims to be the mother of the Matrix. So while we're waiting for Andrew, if he wants to come in, I don't know. Andrew, I sent you the DM, man. If you're going to come in, I'll tell the story real quick and then you come on in. So basically it's like this. Back in 2003, right before the release of The Matrix Reloaded. No, she filed a lawsuit in 1999 too. She was filing lawsuits against like Warner Brothers and 20th Century Fox for not only The Matrix, but the Terminator franchise. And that her book, The One, or I forget what it was called. I got to go look through my notes again on it. She says that in this book, you know, she came up with the concept of The Matrix and The One, and that James Cameron and Gale Ann Hurd stole parts of her book to make the Terminator, and that the Wachowskis had solicited a like they had put an advert in a magazine, like a nationwide magazine, like a science fiction magazine, back in like 1986, soliciting science fiction stories that could be adapted into comic books or novels or movies. She has yet to provide any evidence of that. And by the way, back in 1986, the Wachowskis were 19 and 21 years old, respectively. They were in college. So I don't necessarily believe that. And they've had their own weird career. As GDS here says, she won the lawsuit. That's actually not true. She did not win the lawsuit. She didn't win the lawsuit. Now, I've actually tracked that down. So there was an article written that said she won the lawsuit, and it was in like Utah State University. It was in like their original publishing of it, right? And do I have it? I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let me take a look here at my Instapaper. I love Instapaper, man. This thing saves me so much time. I archive and bookmark so many things. Okay, let's see here. It's gonna just take a quick look. All right. Control F, Sophia. Oh, come on, damn it. This is from a while ago. Older articles. There we go. I gotta find it. Oh, hold on. Okay, I should. All right. I'm trying to find. The actual there. I think this is the one. I found it on the Wayback Machine. I think this is it. No, that's not it. That's yeah. This one is kind of it, right? It's the Let me find. Damn it. Hold on. It was on Web Archive. All right, I'll bring it up here. All right, Andrew, come on, buddy. I'm waiting on you, man. I sent you the link. Check your Twitter. Check your Twitter. Check your Twitter. I want to hear this thing. Check your Twitter, man. Come on in. All right, let's go here. This is the article. Okay, this is from the Wayback Machine. I found this on the Wayback Machine. This is where it originated, right? So it originated from a woman here named Martha Carter, who apparently was a second-year journalism student when she penned this article. This is what I've been trying to find out. So she's a second-year journalism student, and she writes this Mother of the Matrix Victorious, which is what has been used to, like, especially in the Black community, the Black science fiction loving community, this is what's been used to say that she has won $3.5 billion. I'm not kidding you. Sophia Stewart told me herself that she currently owns the liens, like the property that Warner Brothers Studios and 20th Century Fox Studios are on. She told me this herself, not even making it up, right? So it says here that Monday, October 4th, 2004, ended a 6-year dispute involving Sophia Stewart, the Wachowski brothers, this is before they transitioned, and Warner Brothers, so Joel Silver and Warner Brothers Stewart's allegations involving copyright infringement and racketeering, yeah, she had said all this, were received and acknowledged by the Central District of California. That doesn't mean she won the case. I think she won like a motion to continue or something. You know, like it says here, okay, so according to a court documentation, an FBI investigation discovered that more than 30 minutes had been edited from the original film. She's talking about The Matrix, in an attempt to avoid penalties for copyright infringement. The investigation also stated that a credible witness employed at Warner Brothers came forward, claiming that the executives and lawyers had full knowledge that the work in question did not belong to the Wachowski brothers. These witnesses claimed to have seen the original work and that it was often used during the preparation of the motion pictures. Okay. Right. I mean, it goes on from there, but it's like, this is not confirmation of anything because there's literally no other confirmation. Now, I mean, like, look, you guys can sit there and, I mean, even like fucking Snopes here has talked about this from 2005, right? It was the lawsuit was actually dismissed in 2004. It wasn't, she didn't win, but she's been out there telling people that she won. She didn't win anything. And so again, this whole, I have to like do an actual breakdown of this. There's a lot of details to pull from, a lot of interesting little things. I have found articles from people who were defending her at first and then like turned on her because she screwed them over and she wanted money. When I spoke with her, I asked her to send me a copy of the book to look at, right? Just for research. And she sent me a link on how to buy it, which I thought was, I thought that was beautiful, by the way. I was like, ooh, smart. Cause that's what she does. If you ask for proof, she sends you a link to buy it, which is a smart businesswoman right there. But that's what she did. So this is not the whole Matrix thing is not what we think it is anyway. All right. So I'm assuming Andrew's not coming in. That's fine. Okay, we'll move on. I wanted to give him a chance to, you know, he's coming in talking about going to jail and all this stuff. And I mean, I DM'd him and he hasn't come in. So, all right, we'll just move on. I guess maybe he has a new Twitter. I don't know. This last tweet was from March 8th. Anyway, Kenneth here, $10. Thank you, sir. Says on Chapek. I think you talked about him before. I saw Campia talk about him today. Whatever he and his team does with Disney, it won't take effect for 5 years. He's bad news, but I think Disney will survive. So here's the thing with that, right? What he's doing is he's taking away power from the creatives and he's putting it in the money people's and like the financial people's hands. And the thing with that is, in essence, it makes sense if spending is too high. And it's entirely possible that over the course of the past year during the pandemic, that is what Chapek has come to. But it's not like Disney's not cash poor. But Chapek is a parks guy. So the parks guy is going to want to sit there and run it like the park. I mean, like, look at who they're putting the guy who was in charge of consumer products, in charge of the entertainment division. What does that mean? I was listening to Campy as well, but I didn't finish it. It was like 30 minutes long. But if you think about it, what does that mean? That means like they're putting someone in play that is going to greenlight more movies just in order to turn a profit. So when people thought that there was too many Star Wars movies that came out all at once, which is also not true, the quality wasn't necessarily the greatest part. Iger scaled it back and put the focus on Disney Plus, which is where it's been great. Chapek is going to come on in with this new guy. If Alan Horn decides to leave, which he probably will, then they're going to go, okay, we need more Star Wars movies in theaters. We need one every year, like we were doing it before. But they're not going to have the creatives in charge. They're going to go to the money people who are going to go, hey, how much money did we make selling porgs? Can we bring porgs back? We've already got the designs. We've already got all this stuff. So it's like, that's what they're going to do. And it's not to say that Disney doesn't do this already. I mean, my God, like Galaxy's Edge, by the way. And I loved going to Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge was like going to a shopping mall. It was like going to a shopping mall at times. It was cool, but it's a shopping mall. Who ran the parks at that point? Oh, that was Chapek. Right? If you go to Disneyland, it's a theme park and it's a bit of a, it's all shopping and shit. But Chapek is the kind of guy who likes to mine IPs because he looks at it as a way to make money. And that's what he's going in right now and he's attempting to do. So the creatives, the ones that under Iger were having that freedom to be able to create, where we saw advancements in storytelling with Pixar and with Marvel. Yeah, with Marvel, there's advancements. And Star Wars was allowed to kind of do its own thing for a bit, to some dismay. There were some hiccups. Now we're going to be going back to more or less a movie by committee type situation, where the creatives are no longer going to be the ones that are going to be churning out the product. They're still going to be there, but they're not going to have any of the sway that they had, or at least not as much of the sway as they had. Now, GDS here says, it sounds like Disney being Disney, and that is in some way accurate. Okay, Andrew, if you're being serious, I sent you a link on Twitter. Check your Twitter or DM me on Twitter if you have a new account, and I will send you the link again. So screw it. I'm just going to, I'm just going to drop the link in here, but I'm only going to let him in for right now. So don't fill it up because I'll probably boot you guys. There we go. All right. Like, come on in, Andrew. If you're serious, I want to hear what you have to say. Hey, what's up, Sammy? How you doing, buddy? So, I mean, that's kind of the thing when it comes to Disney with this situation. Iger led the company to unprecedented growth. According to Campy, and I'm quoting him here, the empire expanded, which it did, for better or for worse. But Chapek is the parks guy. And the parks people, the parks fans, they hate Chapek. So that is something right there that's going to be a big factor, that they do not like Chapek. And so they're going to be very vocal. You're going to hear a lot of things. Sammy's here says, Warner Brothers downfall, having suits make the calls. You know what? To an extent, you're not wrong. Walter Hamada came over from New Line. Okay. Not because he's a great creative, not because he's an executive that's out there like working on the projects and he's whatever. They brought him in to streamline production and to keep budgets low. That's why they brought him in, because Snyder's movies, better or for worse, were expensive and only getting more expensive. And they wanted to find a way to cut that down and make a profit rather than, creatively tell good stories. Quality, not quantity. Iger is quality, not quantity. Chapek is quantity. Quantity, quantity, quantity. So yeah, you're starting to see all that, even with Hamada. I mean, would Zack Snyder be better poised to take over DC Films and run that division? Yeah, but Zack is a creative. Zack is a creative, and he's the kind of person who would be good to oversee that kind of product. Hamada is not that kind of guy. Chapek is not that kind of guy. They look at the numbers because to them, the numbers don't lie. The numbers, they maintain. So, there's that. Anyway, Jess here makes a great comment. Says Bob Chapek is called Bob Cheapass. Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, they spent $5 million to develop the Baby Yoda toy or Baby Yoda Grogu animatronic, right? With Chapek on there, it's going to be like, yo, just like take a Build-A-Bear and make it work in post. That's kind of what I feel is going to happen. So there's that. All right. Drewby, how's it going, man? I'm doing okay, man. I'm feeling better today. GDS here says Micah Eisner 2.0. Does kind of feel that way. Yeah. It does kind of feel that way. Not to say that Eisner was terrible, but yeah, I get what you're saying there, man. I get you. Eisner was, I grew up on Eisner. So like to me, like watching like, Disney, what was it? Like The Wonderful World of Disney. When Michael Eisner would come out like Walt, that was like me. When I was a kid, Eisner was kind of like the Walt Disney my parents grew up with. Because when I would watch like Swiss Family Robinson or those other ABC Sunday night films that were introduced by Michael Eisner, that to me was the face of the company. That to me represented Disney. And like Iger, love him or hate him, like he never did anything like that in my opinion. All right. So let's see here. Okay. I see some people in the back room that are not Andrew. Andrew, come on, man. You can't come in and say these things and then run. I need you to confirm, buddy, or I'm not going to believe you. People here, we got 50 people watching and they're all wanting you to come on right now and tell us who is threatening you. Expose the harassers who are threatening you with literal jail time for posting, I'm assuming, Restore the Snyderverse. So what's going on, man? Because like, you're coming in right now and you're like, you're chicken littling this thing. All right. You're fucking up my flow. I had other things I wanted to talk about and I'm trying to keep this thing under an hour so I can go to bed. You're fucking me up there, buddy. Geekus Idol here says, Andrew was arrested. Rip. All right. Let's see here. Ronaldo asks, do you think we should worry too much about Marvel and Star Wars because of Chapek? Not right now. All right. Not right now. Not for the next couple years. Feige is still going to be the guy in charge, but this is going to be I think it all depends on who Feige ends up having to answer to. Right? Alan Horn understands the business. Alan Horn is a seasoned, veteran, experienced executive. He gets it. This new guy, former head of consumer products. What the fuck does he know? That's going to be the thing. Are they going to listen to Feige, who has made that company so much money? Or are they going to come in and they're going to start cheatscaping his ass just like Perlmutter did, which is what caused the rift and why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not considered MCU canon. Why the Inhumans got a terrible TV show versus a movie. That's what I'm talking about here. Get ready for that to be like, to start pumping out content. And right now we're in a good place where we're getting content and it's quality and they've been spending time developing it. But like Star Wars is a proven moneymaker and they're going to want to pump. And I mean, like, that's the thing, man. Like, if it's not good quality shit, it's going to be bad. Anyway, let's see here. GDS says Marvel movies have a leverage on Chapek because he knows it's a cash cow. Maybe, man. Maybe anything's possible. Anything's possible. Music Mania says if they fuck with those Marvel movies, man, yeah, they mess with Marvel in any way, shape, or form, dude. People are going to revolt. They're going to revolt. That's just how it's going to be. Come on, Andrew. Where are you, buddy? Come on. I'm in I don't have any glass bottles. I'd be like, Andrew. Come out and play. By the way, if you've never seen The Warriors, you are missing out on an excellent movie. Let's see here. All right, Geekicidal says the OCP consumer product built RoboCop. So there's that. Well, they are Disney Imagineers are working on a robot version of Baby Groot that can walk around the park. So maybe we're not too far away from OCP. Robot cops. It can be fascinating. All right. Tiger Tank here says, if Marvel has a flop, is that going to fall on Chapek? Not right now. Not right now. If Marvel has a flop, they've got some leeway. But here's the thing. I do not think under any circumstances that Feige will not make a stink if it starts to go tits up. Because I think Feige understands, kind of like how Zack Snyder understands the audience. Use them when you need to. And if Feige comes out or stories start getting leaked talking about how there is, a tumultuous nature between Marvel and the higher ups, and that Kevin Feige isn't happy and that he's thinking about quitting, watch everyone's heads explode as they try to find a way to mitigate that damage. It's crazy. Midnight Fox here says, oh dear. Of Disney version of RoboCop. Andrew asks, why is no one believing me? Because I'm giving you a fucking platform to come on and tell the story, and you are ignoring that. If you want people to believe you, Andrew, I am willing to hear you out, because otherwise you're not making any sense. Sorry for all of you with headphones on. My bad. All right, let's see here. You Do Suck says, I played the Warriors video game. It was all right. It was a fun one, man. I'd love to see it remastered with today's graphics. Rockstar with the beat 'em up games are a lot of fun. Yeah, Jaro here is right. Andrew just joined 100%. Min here says, if this guy doesn't listen to Feige, then he's an idiot straight up. Well, he is. I mean, look, the thing is, he's a business guy. He's a finance guy, right? He's all about dollars and cents. He's all about bottom line. He's all about keeping in the black, not going in the red. Like that's where his mind is. And the parks has always kind of been like that, right? The parks make a lot of money. I think they make like $6 billion in net profit or some shit like that. So they make a lot of cash. And so as a result of that, it's like, yeah, like they've gone down last year, these quarters as a result of the pandemic. And that's got to maybe not be looking too good on him. It's possible that Chapek just feels like he is backed into this, fiduciary corner that he has to start to alter. He's got to really clamp down on things in order to try to get it all under control. But I mean, the reality of it is this: you don't gain more control by adding more middle management. What happens when you add more middle management? People start micromanaging employees, right? They start really putting the screws to the creativity, and that ends up causing a lot of freaking detriment to mental health of employees, and people start not wanting to work at these companies and they leave. Now, we already know Disney kind of rules with an iron fist anyway, but they released a competent iron fist. I know that sounds weird to say, and I'm kind of making a joke about it, but that is, this is coming across like it's not an iron fist. It's kind of crazy. Sammy asks, did I check out The Woman in the Window? Not yet. I do want to watch it. It's Amy Adams and Julianne Moore, right? Like, I'm in. You Do Suck says hashtag cancel Andrew. Andrew says no, don't get. Then come in, or I'm gonna mute you in the chat. Because if you're gonna come in and spout lies, I don't want you in here. If you're going to come in and you want to talk, and I know you can call in. Andrew. You've come on this show before. You've come on other people's shows before. Come on in. Anyway, Geekicidal here says Parks made $16.5 billion in 2020, down 20 bill from 2019. Oh yeah, that is pretty bad. Mike Bukowski, what's up, Mike? Asks Indiana Jones 5, will Shia return as Mutt Williams? I don't think so, unless they're keeping that from everybody. But right now, Shia is in. Remember, Shia LaBeouf right now, LaBeouf, whatever you want to say, he is currently in a world of hurt. Like, he's in some deep shit. He's been accused of like some pretty bad things. He got accused, I think, of like sexual assault, right? Shia LaBeouf accusations. Let's see here. All right. So, yeah, he's been sued by his ex-girlfriend, FKA Twigs, by the way. She has sued him, citing relentless abusive relationship. He has denied each and every allegation of physical and emotional abuse made by his ex-girlfriend. So, I mean, right now, they're not going to want to touch Mutt Williams. They're not going to want to touch Mutt because but then again, they could recast it. I don't think anyone is going to care. You know what I mean? Is anyone going to sit there and go like, I want Shia LaBeouf in the next movie? I don't think that's going to happen, man. I don't think it's going to happen at all. But I do got this. Yeah, check that out, right? It's the graphic novel, The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like, I keep this on my desk for some reason. I like to pull it out occasionally. We'll pull the comic out, not other things that could get me in trouble. I think I'm off camera all the time. Anyway, let's see here. Disney has more powerful than DC. Well, yeah, Disney's more powerful than DC. Disney's more powerful than a lot of things. You know, like Bob Iger or Bob Chapek could hear me talking some stuff. I may not wake up in the morning. I'm kidding. But they got the power for that kind of stuff, man. Let's see. All right. So Simon here says, do let me get this straight. The new head of the creative team of Disney is in finance. Feige won't have it. Feige doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. That's the thing. He doesn't have a choice. Reynaldo says this will not only affect Feige, but also Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Yeah, in a little bit, it will do it. If it, again, that's a fear. We could be entirely wrong, but more or less it's going to be a fear. Min says, Andrew, for the love of God, just explain the situation and prove your point. That's all we're asking. And then Andrew here says, never mind, I'm going to bed. Man, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, Andrew, but like, seriously, come on, dude, fuck you. Like, you come on in, you run around like Chicken Little with his head cut off. You start screaming about like harassers and going to jail and like Snyder Cut fans are cancer, and you're not making a lick of sense. And I provide you with the opportunity to come on in. You could even be off camera. Just say what you mean so we can interpret it in a way that doesn't come across like we're reading hieroglyphs on an insane person's wall in an insane asylum. Like, that's the thing. So that is messed up, dude. That is messed up. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Ryan here asks, advice to survive the industry during this climate. Just keep grinding. I mean, like, look, here's the thing, man, is the industry is going to survive, right? You know, people will always justify entertainment. People will always justify spending for entertainment. And with streaming content being what everyone's going to be pumping out. And that's exactly what Chapek is going to be doing, by the way. It is going to be theatrical, but a lot of streaming content because they're going to want to keep people coming in and paying that money. And then gradually, we're going to start seeing more price increases more frequently. Expect one per year, I would assume. I would say by 2025, we're probably paying about $15 a month for Disney Plus. And guess what? That's still a value considering the library. But that's what they're going to want to do. I mean, if you're working in the industry, being like background talent or like being around acting hubs like LA, Vancouver, or Atlanta or New York, could be pretty good for you. So there's that. How does Bob Chapek affect the Disney Plus side of things? Will the quality of the shows go down? If the budgets go down, yes, that will be a thing. They might try to pump out too many shows, but limit the budget, the quantity rather than quality. That could be something that we see. Andrew then says, "You're forgetting good night." Whatever, dude. Don't come back, dude. Come on. Like, seriously, I said, forget it. You won't understand. You won't come in and explain it. We're asking you to explain it so we understand. Like, what the hell, man? I don't know. Let's see here. Feige will just buy Marvel off Disney. No, Feige will go to another company like Sony and develop Spider-Man products over there. He loves Spider-Man, right? He loves Spider-Man. Like if Feige left Marvel and he went over to Sony and Sony gave him whatever they wanted, like all the Spider-Man stuff, not only would whatever connection to the MCU be dead, right? Or he could demand whatever he wants from Marvel, and like the new person would make the deal because they know how much money is on the goddamn line. And then we'd get a litany of Marvel products out of Spider-Man, which, hey, you know what? That could be the good thing. Anyway, you do suck here. It says Andrew's on bath salts. Midnight Fox asks, is Andrew drunk? He keeps saying, I forget it. You won't understand. All right, whatever. GDS says Disney Plus is the new Netflix. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's the case. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree with Music Man. Andrew, just go to bed, dude. Like, you pissed me off, but go to bed. Just go to bed, man. Anyway. All right. So we're going to get down to the last wire here. Cause again, I want to keep these short, like under an hour. And, so real quick, I guess, cause I did drop it and some people did come on in. We will quickly go through the people that are here. Which, okay. All right. There was one guy who was here. It was like the Matt Jarbo's nipples guy, which is like Tom Hanks' ballsack. But we got a boy, Anthony.
Yeah, what's up, Matt?
Not too much,
Good to see you. It's good to see your face.
Yeah, I decided to be on camera tonight.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing good. I'm planning on my documentary.
Oh, good, man. Good. Yeah. You're working on it.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Hellraiser Bloodlines.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
What?
Did you just get that today?
Well, I got it a long time ago.
Oh, cool.
Look what I got.
Bazooka Joe. Or just Bazooka. Is there a comic in there?
I don't know, but my mom gave me that.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. I've got what do I got here? I got the antibacterial wipes. That's what I got.
But I'm doing good. I'm doing good and everything. I want to think about doing this documentary based on my life.
Well, yeah, you've been talking about that for a long time, and I want to know how it's going. I ask you about it all the time.
It's been going good. I needed to shape up. My Mother's Day was awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah, you said you went out with your stepdad, right?
Louis, yeah, he was fun. Yeah. It was good and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I took my kids down to my dad's house and we hung out with my stepmom.
Wow. And my uncle saw nobody. My uncle with his daughter.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish
Are you gonna watch Army of the Dead?
Yeah, on my Skylar.
Nice. Yeah, it drops next Friday, I think, or Thursday night at midnight.
I'm excited about the Venom trailer.
Oh yeah, I saw that when I saw Army of the Dead. The Venom trailer was playing before it.
Yeah, I can't wait for Venom. I like the shot where Carnage is standing on the church glass.
Yeah, that's going to be, I think it's going to be a very visually fun movie to watch, and I'm excited to see what Circus brings to the table.
I don't know if Tom Holland will be in it.
I don't believe he will, to be fair. I think there will.
You think?
Go ahead.
I want to see a Tom Holland, Tom Hardy team up.
I do believe that will happen.
Like me meeting Jessica Chabot, it will happen.
Yes, but I think with this time without a restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
Kidding.
I had a dream. I had a dream the other night that I went to my high school prom.
That's a very odd dream.
Yeah.
You and I are about the same age. Mine was 20 years ago.
Mine was like 17 years ago. I almost went with this beautiful girl named Olympia Pineda. She's a doctor.
Oh, she's a doctor now. Oh, you should have locked that down, dude. Put a ring on that.
Yeah, but she's married, unfortunately.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's true.
But
she's a doctor, so he'll probably survive COVID.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll also probably survive COVID. I can't wait for the Eternal trailer. I can't wait for X-Men being in the MCU. I can't wait for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, those are all coming down the pipeline. We're going to find out more as time goes on, and with any luck, we'll get some
And,
announcements
and,
here
I,
pretty
and I
soon.
applied for a panel for Comic-Con, New York.
Oh, you applied to be? Oh, you applied for a panel. What's your panel?
It's going to be talking about me, with my life. I put down Lloyd Kaufman as the moderator.
Is Lloyd Kaufman going to be the moderator?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him about that yet.
So you said he's the moderator, and he don't know if he's going to be the moderator?
Well, someone's going to be the moderator. I want Lloyd to be involved in it.
Sure. No, I mean, but it's probably best that you ask him,
Right.
sooner rather than later, before you say he's going to be the moderator.
But the thing is that I love New York Comic Con. New York Comic
Yeah,
Con.
Yeah, you talk about it a lot, man. It's a lot of fun.
I went to 4 Comic Cons. 4 Comic Cons so far. I had a ball. My favorite part was I holding the cosplayer, the female Black Spider-Man cosplayer, Spider-Woman. Excuse me.
Sorry. Yeah, you got to be proper with that now. Can't call her Spider Girl. She has her own agency,
Spider-Woman. But it's good. I had a great time. But I usually don't collect comic books anymore like I used to.
I understand, man. I get that.
And maybe one day we'll get a dream house. Me, my mom, and my stepdad.
Would that be good? I would like you to get a dream house.
Stuff in it, put my comic books. I got a whole bunch of stuff in storage.
I mean, a lot of us do. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I like having a home so I don't have to rent storage unit. I can just shove it in my garage and forget about it.
Me too. But I got a lot of 80s tapes. I got a lot of stuff, Matthew.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, hey, man, I'm going to let you go because we're running up to the end of time here. But thank you again, Anthony.
Welcome.
And I'll see you. Get to sleep, buddy. All right. It's 3:30 a.m. where he's at right now. And Anthony's a favorite here. People like Anthony quite a bit. I like what my channel here says. This is a nice comment, Anthony. It says, Anthony is the light we needed after Andrew. That's right. That's right. And also, I believe, comes right after that, just alphabetically in general. So there we go. Simon here says, have you seen the new Hitman's Wife's trailer? Must admit the voiceover threw me off. Yeah, I mean, I saw it and I'm looking forward to watching it. The Hitman's Bodyguard was kind of a one-time watch in general. Did you know that movie was actually a drama up until 2 weeks before they started filming? They literally rewrote it in 2 weeks in order to make it a comedy. I need to do a audio commentary on that. I'll probably do one of that. I'll do that before Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard comes out. We'll talk about that one. I'm currently figuring out again how to make it all kind of work and to make it more conversational and podcasty and get you guys involved and stuff. So, all right. I guess final rapid round questions you guys got. We'll go through a few this year pretty quick. Sammy here says, gave me some good hopes for Dune and was surprised that Denny, I can never say it, also directed Arrival with Amy Adams. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Yeah, he also did Passengers, and then he did Blade Runner 2049. I mean, not Passengers. Not Passengers. No, that was, what am I thinking of here? What was it? What did he do? It was that one, the guy who, the pedophile one. The pedophile. Hugh Jackman is in it. God, Denny hold on. I love that I type his name in there and the thing is it's Prisoners. That's what it is. Prisoners. Yeah. Oh, it's on Hulu right now. Cool. Yeah, Christian here is like, Prisoners, man. I know, I got as a Passengers. Jesus. Totally different movie. You gotta love it. It's late. It's late. It's Hollywood After Dark. What the fuck do you expect? All right. Yeah, if you guys got any final quick thoughts, again, I'm going to try to do this as often as possible, at least once a day if possible. Keep it 45 minutes to an hour. Maybe do a couple quick calls. Anthony's always fun to have. I love Anthony. He's a good guy. So, but on the meantime, real quick, my thoughts about Army of the Dead, because I kind of promoted that, and I'll talk about that real quick here. So, Army of the Dead is a fun movie. It's a fun movie. The thing that bothers me about it, and I just kind of want to lead with that, is what I was waiting for was Zack Snyder Unchained, because he was a cinematographer and the director and the writer and the producer, and like I'm pretty sure like oversaw the editing and everything else. This was his baby. And this was a very cathartic movie for him to make, and I want to support that. Even I have my beef with other stuff, but I want to support that. I want to support the artistry of it. So he used this new Dream lens. He had a custom red camera. He usually shoots in a film. So he shot this movie using a red camera. It was custom made with a custom lens, and he likes to do a lot of very tight close-ups with a lot of depth of field and a lot of rack focusing shots and things like that. And it gets to be a little bit disorienting at points in the movie and distracting at others. And that was like my only real complaint. When the movie was on, oh, it's great. There's references, like there's callbacks to a lot of, like there's a great Larry Fong reference in the movie. You know, if you know who Larry Fong is, that I audibly laughed out loud at when I saw. And then like, I was like one of like 8 people in the theater. Clearly no one else there got it because no one else spent as much time talking about Zack Snyder as me in that, at least that auditorium. And I really enjoyed the violence in the movie was great. Zombie titties are always kind of fun. And the zombies themselves, I have questions about the zombies themselves. There is some stuff there. We're going to be talking about that. I'm going to put together a panel discussion show probably next weekend when people get a chance to watch it and bring people on to talk about it. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to get the Podio commentary for Army of the Dead done this weekend. If not, it will be up on Friday when the movie comes out wide for people. I think they like it. I got to go through. Usually I pull from Wikipedia to kind of give me a good like direction, like a framework. Wikipedia is shit. So I'm like pulling up as many articles as I can find and trying to find relevant information. And I'm finding some good stuff that I would have otherwise missed. So that's pretty good. But still, it's a lot of stuff to go through. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Army of the Dead, go watch when it comes out on Friday. Or if you're near a Cinemark, go see it in theaters. Go see it in theaters. I think you guys will like it. Anyway, I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a fantastic night. Please don't forget, smack that like, because you touch yourself at night and it makes God cry. All right, everyone. Have yourself a great evening. Thank you again for watching, and peace out.